We're down on 55 Wall Street, and today's the Guardian Angel Gala. For the many years that Guardian Angels have existed here in New York City and around the world. With us, myself and EQ, when we out on patrol with Vampiro, we have our own way of bringing them aboard as a Guardian Angel doing patrols. Ian was brought to our attention by Angel One.
Who's Angel One?
He's the founder and president of the New York City Guardian Angels.
Imagine, one man can make a difference. I didn't know Vampiro, he didn't know me. He came from Canada, not even from Mexico. But Mexico became his home. He's still Canadian, he has his roots there, but he discovered Mexico, and Mexico embraced Vampiro. And now, instead of just saying, oh, I want to max and relax and retire and live off my past laurels as one of the great wrestlers, you know, in the tradition of great wrestling in Mexico, I want to give back to my community. But when he says give back to his community, he means Mexico.
There is no secret about wrestling. You just take a handful of stuff and you throw it at the wall. Whatever sticks, that's who you are. You're not trained to be a circus clown. Unless you can move people's emotions, and anything you do means nothing. Okay, I got the bright idea to quit and start my own promotion. I started my own wrestling company with no money. I united every wrestling company in the world except the WWF. And everybody's involved. Everybody. And our sponsor, we don't get the money till next week. We get almost $500,000. But we ain't got no money right now. If I don't have $18,000 by 8 o'clock tonight, it's over. It's over. It's just over. We've drug dealers, beer companies, money laundering, debt collecting. I've done it all in the last 48 hours. I'm telling you right now, our fucking backs are against the wall. I've never in my existence been under this kind of pressure. So if I fuck up this weekend, I'm dead. You know, everybody's waiting for me to fall. The world is waiting for me to fall. Oh, dude. I'm hungover. I'm tired. Burned out. This is 3 months and 1 day, non-stop traveling.
In your seat pocket, you will find a safety leaflet. We'd ask you to take a few moments now to study this leaflet carefully. And please take note of the exit which is nearest to you, bearing in mind it could be behind you. Thank you very much for your attention. Once again, our flight time approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to Dublin.
The best way to be a pro wrestler is get a pack sack, save a little bit of money, travel the world, and learn bits and pieces from everybody. And sooner or later, you're gonna hit. It's so important for me to be here. I think this is one of the last real homegrown grassroots wrestling companies in the world. It's a real big deal to work here. And after all I've done in my career, after 22 years, and I'm humbled to come here and work here. I'm so psyched up for tomorrow.
One of the most important lessons I learned from Vamp is that basically, no matter how much you've done, no matter how much you've experienced, no matter what you've accomplished, always remember where you came from, and always remember that you're going to meet the same people on the on the way up as on the way down. Just remember that you start at the start, at the bottom as well. We're on a street called North Great Georgia Street, which is probably one of the oldest streets. It's the house where I grew up. As soon as I got out of hospital, I was brought into this house. At one stage when I was I think I was about 2 or 3, there was 12 different families living in here. I remember coming in here, I remember being scared out of my mind coming into these places. There was so many families living in different rooms. They just normally share a bath or share a toilet or just bathe themselves in the actual room itself. TV used to be over here, right here. That's where I used to watch World of Sport every Saturday on ITV. Coming from here, when you don't have much, you kind of, you want to feel like you want to think like you can achieve what you want. You can get to that level. Like it's a challenge, to basically become a professional wrestler. Wrestle in front of hundreds of fans. Get that level of fame and get that level of, respect. And I think that's where it comes from.
It's almost like a community here, and where he's come from, and my background is so similar to his. It's almost scary because we're from 2 different sides of the world.
A pair of 3-legged dogs remind me that you're not around. They got 6 feet between them.
We're at 166 Teresa Street. This was our family home when the children were young. This is where Ian spent most of his growing up years.
Now I would not be stranded out.
I'm not a rich woman. I'm poor. And I think about the things that I've given my kids: motivation, their faith, and their desire to be part of a family.
I got no one to give me good advice.
In Thunder Bay, if you don't play hockey, then you know what? There's something here for you. I think it's everybody. This is a hockey town. Yeah.
It was always hockey. Very big in hockey. And I understand because this whole life and our life together was hockey.
I can't remember if you said that was good.
He had it. He had the size, he had the speed. He was an awesome goalie. Awesome goalie. He would have been in the NHL for sure. The only problem with the hockey deal and why he didn't keep going was his appearance.
He was into the bands, he was into dyeing the hair. His life was changing for him, and he had different ideas.
And I don't think his coach or owner or something like that liked it, so they wanted to change his appearance, and that just shot Ian right off. That was, you take me for what I am, or you don't take me at all. Rick, he says, I'd have to tell you something that's probably gonna affect the rest of my life. And the way he mentioned it to me was, I think I'm gonna try wrestling. He ended up leaving, I ended up staying.
I need it. Okay. From here. Shoulder. Oh, I slam. Oh, shoulder. Okay. Can you do that again? People think wrestling's fake because they've been told it's fake. Now, anyone that ever doubts if wrestling's real, I want them to grab a mattress off their bed, something nice and soft, put cushions and everything over it. I want them to get something that's about 8 foot tall, jump off that and land on their chest on that mattress. And you'll think it's soft, but I guarantee your body will bounce back up off the mattress, you'll flop, you'll go irregular. And that's what we're landing on, and it's far from a mattress. Well, you can hear it there. Yeah. If wrestling's fake, music is fake. Because people write their songs, they perform, they know what they're doing, but they go out there and they still go ad-lib. They still do what they want to do, they do what they need to do. Something will happen that will change the whole outcome of the show. It's the exact same thing in wrestling.
I heard what you got to say. I too say thank you for coming out. I know it's a big day for you all here in Ireland.
I think it's so important in this business to know how to tell a story.
I'm not here to wrestle you. I'm here to hurt you. I'm here to hurt you physically, mentally, and spiritually.
It made absolutely no sense for me to get here and just to beat everybody in the company and beat their local hero. That does nothing for the company, that does nothing for him, does nothing for me. But if I come in here and really offend everybody.
So go in the back, put your tights on, you can get your people up and start river dancing.
And leave him strong, then we've done our job. It makes him very, very strong, makes the company credible, and it gives the fans what they want.
And like the Greeks say, who's your daddy?
If you can't evoke emotion from the fans, you're not really doing your job. Pro wrestling is when you click with your partner. We trust each other to the extent where we're not going to hurt each other. You know, and we can move a room full of people. That's the magic of pro wrestling. I think
it's great fun. I loved it, man. Second match.
Yeah.
I hope we've loads more, man.
I hope so too. Thank you. Thanks so much, brother. Thank you. Money. Shit. Pressure's on. So now you see me working. Man, what the fuck? Man, what is it with everybody being on the phone? Gracias. Te hablo después, obviamente, tú sabes, pero gracias. Money launderers, drug dealers, pro wrestling goes hand in hand. I set the world on fire with this wrestling company 2 weeks ago. If I fuck up and it falls apart, it's over. Vampiro ends Friday. There is no tomorrow. So, I'm on edge.
I met Ian at about 83, 84 in Montreal. We met at a gym, World's Gym. Besides us is this tall, lanky, Coke bottle glasses, blonde kid. He knew nobody in Montreal, and the only reason why he came to Montreal was this crazy dream of being a wrestler. He wanted to be a wrestler more than life. And he hooked up with somebody, I guess, that went to his hometown. This French guy, because you have to remember, back in 70s, 80s, the biggest town for wrestling in Canada was Montreal.
For me, wrestling is not fake. That's my life, right? The first time I meet him is a long time ago in Sudbury, Ontario. It was a Sunday afternoon. And when I was in the road, he all the time followed me. He helped me, and he learned the opposite of all wrestlers. He learned the outside of wrestling instead of learning on the mat.
It was the first guy that spoke English and took him in. He was also a guy who used to build rings and go and tour around. And I took him in and gave him and taught him the ropes about wrestling.
And Ian stayed in my basement for a few months.
But there was times that Louis would be going on tour. He would be just hanging around doing nothing. He didn't know nobody. He was a real shy guy. It wasn't easy for him to make friends.
If it wasn't for Louis, this wouldn't have happened.
So, we started hanging out more. And, I started introduced to different shit.
Okay, all that shit that my friend Rob said, hey man, that really wasn't me.
Now, I know you call him Ian, because that's his name, Ian Hodgkinson. When I met the kid, he was just this kid with blonde hair that called himself Billy, because he loved being Billy Idol. His thing was Billy Idol, man. He was Billy Idol. That was his thing. That's how I know. I call him, all the 25 years I know him, I've been calling him Billy.
And I saw a guy far away, big guy, and he got a blonde hair, dark bleach.
Like, I always knew his name was Ian, but I never called him Ian, I called him Billy.
I asked him a few times after, I says, why you bleach your hair? He says, my idol is Billy Idol.
I ain't gonna call him fucking Vampiro, that's for fucking damn sure.
And all the time I ask him, you need money? He says, no. But he hang around somewhere in Montreal and all the time show up at the arena.
We had a little thing going on. We used to love going out at night, sticking up and robbing pimps. Pimps and drug dealers. That was our thing, man. We'd go out and fucking put a pistol in the guy's face. I'd beat the fuck out of him, take his jewelry, his hat, his fur coat, his shoes, and fucking just roll laughing our fucking heads off. I don't know how we got into that, man, but that's what we doing. We did the same thing for drug dealers. We caught somebody doing some drugs or selling some drugs in the club. We'd follow them, beat the fucking shit out of them, take his dope, leave him fucking off the street bleeding to death, and we'd just fucking roll. We would be fucking happier than a pig of shit. Is it crazy? It's insane. But that's what we were doing. That's what we were doing back in 83, 84.
I was living on the street. I left Louis' house. And I was living on the street when I met Robert. I was like, fuck, dude, I'm starving here. I'm dying here. Because you want to make money? And I was like, yep. He was like, here. Okay, now what? Come on. That was it.
I hear so many things about him, and I says, that's not Ian. You don't know him. Because with me, he was gentleman.
Hay una fuerte rival. Y mañana, yo prometo, por el gente de México y Guadalajara, que ya se vienes preparados. Que la gente sabe que yo no soy agresivo. Pero como siento que estoy conviviendo. Gracias, México.
Cada uno quiere 2 tacos de arroz.
Maíz en el 1, 3,
Son
4,
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Maíz allá.
Ay.
New York.
This is such a big moment for me. You see how things are crazy in my life, chaotic. But I'm also, for better or worse, I'm the vice president of my own company. And I'm doing a business deal with the vice president of All Japan Pro Wrestling. This is amazing. This is for me as probably one of the biggest moments of my career.
Cheers.
I'm from Holland, and I came to see Vampiro in Germany.
I'm from Holland too, and I like to see Vampiro here in Germany.
For me, this is better than Hogan and Stone Cold and Rock.
Much better.
I really like the way he bumps. Nobody bumps like he does. He really is absolutely very good at it.
And great kicks.
But his kicks are also great, and they look very realistic.
Vampiro rules.
Vampiro, he rocks. You're the best.
We're going to the club, the venue where the show is tonight. You know, the fans are, very punk rock. Look where the ring's gonna be. The space between the bar and the fucking wall and the ring is like a foot. I'm fucking feeling it, man. Moments like this make the transformation process all that much more special, and the ritual of becoming Vampiro is meant for occasions like this. The forces of evil are at work. This is a once-in-a-lifetime shot. This energy will never happen again. If I come back, it ain't gonna be the same. This is it. One time only, one take.
Does everybody speak English? Everybody understand English? I've been doing this for 22 years this year. And speaking from my heart, this is the most important moment in my whole career was tonight to see the league. These guys right here is why I became a pro wrestler. This is pro wrestling. This is love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you from all my heart.
Charlie Clapton. Okay. All right, hit me. How we start the show?
This is where your lucha libre sensibilities have to come in. Is Ebasan going to wrestle as the clown? Like, is that part of it? Okay.
Yeah, he's
good.
going to wrestle
Are
Flash.
they here?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to wrestle Flash? I thought he was going to wrestle... I had someone coming. I was going to have him do that Akuma guy from last time. But we can switch.
I told Akuma to fuck off.
When did you tell him to fuck off?
Today.
Oh, okay, then fine. Fuck it. If he was showing up...
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He
All
just did some shady dealing.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. That's fine.
Cool. I need that match to be the match of the year.
Yeah, you're going to have to go over it with him, obviously.
I don't want no wrestling. I don't want no wrestling holds. I just want a fucking video game on Coke.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's a problem for one of them. So then after that match, it's just you and Nosawa.
I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
You put it together. I want to tease the table. No one goes through it. No one goes through it. They send one more fucking guy in. Send our guys in that we want to build, and then the big guy comes in and he takes them all out. They fuck me up. I duck again. Bang, I come back. They set up the table, they light on fire, they drop me through the table.
After they put you through the flaming table, they're posing.
I just think the same thing as Tiger. False finish, false finish, false finish, and then there's a fuck. A swerve.
Yeah.
A fuck, a save, a fuck, and then I get killed. Last shot, Nosawa, light bulbs. Bust them on my chest. I get up to help Teddy. Aaron ducks, my punch, Nosawa's right there with the glass in my face. Poof! I'm out, bleeding. Something like that. Do you like it?
Yeah.
All right. So we're done. But we just put together 2 TV shows in 10 minutes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Tell our fans how long you've been in the business and how you got your start.
I've been in the business 2 years and 6 months. And I never wrestled before, and I went to Mexico on a vacation. And I was in the gym, and somebody saw me, and I looked different, and they asked me what I liked, and I said I like rock and rolls and vampires, and that's pretty well how I became a professional athlete.
It's late 92, early 93. He came over to my house to do an interview with 2 friends of mine. I had no idea he was even coming over. They just told me he was on his way. When it's normal tide here, guys are about 100, 150 yards offshore. I've been watching him on Mexico City television, and I thought he was a horrible wrestler, so I wasn't all that excited when he came over. He was like the biggest star in Mexico for a while. He was just drawing huge crowds, tons of girls, making tons of money. He and Norman Smiley were just driving around Mexico with suitcases full of cash.
A lot of times in wrestling, it's not what's done in the ring that determines your success in wrestling. It's what's done in the locker rooms and behind the scenes. You know, the politics, the BS.
I give him an address. I says, hey, Ian, you have no money. You're broke. You have no girlfriends. You have no house, no rent to pay. I says, at your place, I go to Mexico. That's the best place, and the best place for learn wrestling in the world.
When he started, he was just so odd looking. I mean, most of the Mexicans are like 5'7". He was about 6'2".
And he had blue, black, red, green hair.
And he had this black hair that was down almost to his waist.
And tattoos all over himself.
He had pure white skin. I mean, he was the whitest guy in the country, probably.
But I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna have a problem with this guy.
So it's pretty hard not to notice the guy.
It was the beginning of a great relationship. At his peak in Mexico, he was as big as Hulk Hogan was here, or The Rock or Ric Flair or any American star, any Japanese star, any guy in Europe. I mean, he was the man in Mexico.
I'm a god now in my area because I know Ian is funny. Not because I'm Louis Lorenz, because I know Ian.
La idea que tengo yo, se pierde en la primera lucha, pero en mi lucha me va a salvar.
Ok.
Salen los pochos. ¡Mocos! Putazos, boom, boom, boom. Y la música de Estados Unidos y se van.
How do you say riot?
Y la gente, ¡wow! Eso es lo que queremos. Do you like it, yes or no?
Yeah.
Al último, tenemos que hacer algo. De que alguien se suba una bandera, algo, para que toda la gente se vaya feliz, cabrón. Si no, se va a ir toda la gente enojada, güey.
Eso es lo que quiero.
¿Sí?
Para regresar, que se rompen su puta madre. I said, fucking leave them mad.
Well,
but, okay.
I'm just saying. No. I'm just, Vince McMahon's philosophy, which, you know, has worked sometimes, is no matter what happens, when the TV cameras stop rolling, let the house leave happy so they come back.
Why don't you fucking let them run in on this?
I have an idea.
Tell me.
They lay them out.
Yeah.
They say we're not waiting to have our match till later. We want to go home back to America. You know, bring us our opponents. 2 guys come out. No. We're not taking 2 guys. Bring us 4. Let's get this over with. And then boom, 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 done.
Fuck yeah. We're gonna drive these people out of their fucking minds today.
Okay.
Ugh. Kevin, we're gonna do a good show tonight. I feel it, that fucking ending. Man, that's hot. Something bad is gonna happen. Something bad is gonna happen.
No, nothing bad is gonna happen. We're gonna sell out the next show. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh my fucking God.
We need a flag. I have American dollars. Hello. Hola. Hola.
¿Cuánto?
Big.
Grande.
How much?
Grande?
2.
Esto es más grande.
No, esto cuánto?
100 pesitos esto.
Okay, $16 for 2.
Okay.
If we pull this off, we'll legitimately cause a riot. A straight up riot. And we got no security. What time is the show start? 5 o'clock. And what time are we gonna get there? How far is this from where we're on the train? 2 fucking hours? Are you kidding me? It's a nice journey. It's very scenic. Well, that's good.
I'll say that November was very interesting because obviously we'd never seen Vampiro over here in the UK before. When it was confirmed the show before, it was a brilliant atmosphere, it got quite a good pop for it. The match was very well received. That's why people have been baying for the next one, shall we say, and that's why we come with the match up tonight.
People always assume because they watch SmackDown and they watch Raw that we're flying first class and I have a limo pick us up and we're flying directly to the arena almost. We just get out of the plane and we, wrestle and come back. In Mexico, it was different. I mean, you were doing 40, 50 hours, 60 hours a week on a bus. A lot of the towns didn't have an airport. So, the travel was tough. Just that lifestyle and doing that every day, it gets monotonous. I guess it wore him down.
Where's the hotel? How many?
Couple minutes. It's done now.
But I gotta know a couple of minutes. 5, 10, 6, 7. I don't want to.
Should be less than 5.
Okay, I'm gonna get a taxi.
I can see where people will consider him an asshole because he can be difficult, as I've said before, to deal with. He can be obnoxious, arrogant, full of himself.
You gotta tell me that I gotta walk 200 goddamn miles to the hotel from the fucking train station.
He can be a promoter's dream and promoter's worst nightmare.
I'll fucking leave this guy hanging. I got no problem with doing that.
The golden rule in wrestling is that you never no-show a town. Never.
I would have taken the bus, taken the train. If we got out of the station, well, now you gotta walk 20 minutes, and you didn't tell me, we'd be on that train, on the bus, we'd be back home tonight.
No showed a lot of talents. Take it from me.
I've choked promoters with telephones, hit them with chairs. I hate them just as much as they hate me, but it's a necessary evil. They need me to make money, and I need them to get paid.
Put it this way, okay? And once again, I'm saying this with total love and affection for my friend. It's amazing to me, as many bridges as he's burned, that he's still in the business and able to make a living.
It's not so much the stress that happens so far, it's the stress that I'm going to incur in the next hour, which will be stressful.
I appreciate it. Are the fans excited for Vampiro tonight?
Oh my God, I've never ever in my entire life seen such a reaction to a wrestler. Of 14 shows we've run in the Orpington Halls, the 2 shows that have so far produced the highest pre-sale on the door have been the 2 with Vampiro, so that says it all really. I imagine it's like good to see you. Oh dear.
It's just a good dose of reality for me to touch base with the, the smaller promotions, the homegrown crowd. It's more do-it-yourself, It's pretty cool to be an independent. On game day or wrestling day or whatever it is, I'm so 100% in a zone before the show. I think if I get in there, you guys beat me up good. Do all your stuff you want to do. No, there's no problem. Whatever you want to do.
Okay, they're gonna start. Bam.
Bump, 1 or 3 of us. They have Stephen.
We should do something that you guys get me going, bump me. You guys get me, shoot me, give me a double something, whatever it is, think of something. What is it?
It's just a whip to the corner. I'll whip in with the forearm. I'll come in with a double knee to the chest. He comes in with the mafia boot across the face. Then you sink down and I'll come in with the low mafia boot.
So after you give me the low mafia boot, you guys got to be in the fucking deal. There they are. Boom. Then what?
You're gonna clean house on him and him.
Boom. Kick.
Go for a splash in the corner. Nail to the coffin. That's it.
It's amazing for me to be able to control a building full of people, to push other characters, to not have an ego and hog the spotlight, to give and take at the right times, and to make everybody come out a winner. To me, that's my satisfaction. That's my big gratification of this whole thing.
Is that cool?
Very good.
Thank you, man. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay?
Yeah.
Great kiss.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You okay?
I'm fine.
That's as real gets. Now that is totally real. You see finger marks there. You see blood vessels burst a lot. That is what wrestling's all about.
Well, Vampiro as a promoter, I think it's really opened his eyes to what the other side of the business is. He's always been talent and having to deal with management, and now seeing that he is management, I would hope that he respects that side of the world a little more. I think he's done a fair job. Probably a B if you want to rate it.
What's up? My name's Aaron Aguilera, and I'm here today with RXLL. It's a new federation. You got
AAA, and you got CMLL, and then you got this new company, RXLL, and I hope it, we got big plans, so I hope it works out, man. This whole thing's like, it's so surreal, you know, because as I was growing up, my mentor, my idol in the business was Vampiro. Basically, he had the balls to do what I never had the balls to do. He got up and moved to Mexico. He's just so smart about the business. He's over here doing pyro, then he's over here doing lights, then he's over here with the ring crew, then he's over here with production, then he's over here with the camera guy, then he's over here putting this match together, then he's over here helping this guy, then his cell phone goes off, and then the catering comes in. He's just, oh, you know, and I feel bad. I'm like, hey, Vampiro, I feel bad. You're stressing out. And he goes, no, I'm not stressing out. I want to do this. He knows how to be a superstar, and that's what I want him to teach me. He told me I'm going to be his next star.
I got you covered. That's all you need to know.
All right, I just don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Dude, you guys are my stars. There ain't no toes to step on.
For Vampiro to tell me that, I mean, that just sends, it gives me goosebumps, man. You know, what a better person to learn from than Vampiro.
These are the guys that are gonna bring down, we're gonna need I'm telling you now, we're gonna need a law. We're gonna need police to take them out tonight. Yeah, I got shit planned for you guys.
All right.
Yeah. Today's Independence Day.
Oh, I got it. I got the flag.
Here's the deal.
I brought it.
Dude, halftime, Flash, the guy I'm trying to build, he's gonna come out and with the flag, and he's gonna, in halftime, he's gonna do the grito for the people. You guys are gonna come out. Everybody's gonna be booing. He starts doing Viva Mexico, you guys fucking clothesline him. And you fucking put the boots to him, you rip his mask, and you fucking throw him out. And you stand there, the American National Anthem comes on, you salute, and you leave. Oh, you know how heavy that is? But tonight, you guys are gonna need to get police to get you out of here. So how you like that?
Sounds good.
That's cool. On 3, 1, 2, boom! They fucking kill Flash. Oh no! No! Push it back. They're gonna take the American flag, put it on Flash. Boom. And then they're gonna go, fuck you! And they're gonna leave. Next match.
You moved to LA from Montreal?
Yeah, and everything was really good, you know. I was working for Milli Vanilli and all that kind of stuff. And we were making a lot of money, but we didn't save any. We didn't know any better.
Did he tell you about Milli Vanilli?
I called him from LA. I was like, Robbie, you ever heard of this Milli Vanilli?
2 weeks later, or a week later, I'm on a plane.
Come on, man. Come on tour. Let's go.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
How the hell you get hooked up with Milli Vanilli? He calls me up. He says, Rick, he says, you won't believe what I'm doing now. What's going on now? He says, I'm bodyguard for Milli Vanilli.
Here's Rob and Fab, a long time ago. I'm dancing with Rob on stage, and Ian's in the background right here.
I was on stage the whole time.
He introduced me to them. They like me, they hire me.
So I told the guys from Milli Vanilli, I said, look, you guys are real famous. I can't handle this by myself. I need my partner. We got a company, bodyguard company. Really? He said, yeah, no, he's a big guy, he's strong. I gave him a day to figure it out, and he goes, okay.
Me and Ian had a little thing. When they would get so fucking high and stoned that they couldn't hold their money. For some reason, they couldn't hold their money. So that's when we kicked in, man. They never got back the same money they gave us.
They're like, hold this, as soon as they close the door. And we were gone. You know, Milli Vanilli was sponsored by Adidas. I was like, Robbie, we fucking gotta go to Adidas. Let's go and get everything we can. Let's just take it all. And we'll bring it home and sell it. And we took fucking monster duffel bags. The guys in Adidas were like, but Milli Vanilli's 2 guys. Why are you taking 20 pair of shoes? So, hey, fuck, man, they only use them one time and they throw them up to their fans. Man, we sold every fucking thing. Milli Vanilli got 2 t-shirts. And we sold it all. Fucking all of it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
One thing that I'll never forget is he called me about a year after, and he says, these guys are phony.
They were fake.
I says, what do you mean phony? He says, they're fake, Rick. He says, they're not singers.
The tape skips, gets stuck and keeps skipping. Blame it on the.
And sure enough, I hear this on the news that Milli Vanilli is fake. I nearly dropped. I couldn't believe it.
To be able to fool the world is a big accomplishment, right? And they did it. They fooled everybody. How do you feel today as compared to last time?
There was more people last time.
Oh, today's Independence Day.
I know. So
they're still coming in, believe me.
No, I know that.
What do we do? Bring them all down? I say bring them all down.
No, I say bring them down, and only the first 3 rows or 4 rows. Well, let's go all the way around. Two rows first, and then go out from there.
Okay.
Because just from minicam stuff, it'll look better.
I'm gonna solve that problem right now.
Do it.
It's kind of dead. We're going to Puebla.
I wrestled Vamp there maybe 15 times, and it was a horrible town to go to because it was a 2-hour bus ride, and a lot of times the guys wouldn't show up.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm like 99% ready to call it quits. My neck hurts. We're here. Brother, we are in shit kicker heaven. ¿De evento de lucha es por acá? Derecho. Gracias. I'm not feeling this.
En esta unidad les venimos comprando. Compramos pieles, piel de chivo, salea de borrego. En esta unidad les venimos comprando.
I want to get the fuck out of here and go home. Okay, I see flashing lights. I hear whistles. We are home. Tonight, you're gonna see how we survive. You know, it's gonna be a lot of comedy tonight. You'll kind of pick up on it because you're kind of starting to know me now. Very fucking intense, but even today I'm laughing, I'm joking, you know, it's fun. Lucha Libre. Can you hear me? Dave, can you hear me? We're starting now. Stand by. Are we moving the people down, yes or no?
No, we're good, we're good. We're ready to go.
Start the show.
Okay, wait, hang on. Just letting you know, we only have 7 matches on this show, okay? We got 4, then the intermission with our angle at the band, and then the angle, and then 3 more.
Yeah.
That's it, that's what we got. Pyro, are you ready? Yes. Okay. Television, are we ready? I'm ready. Camera guys, are we out there? 5 minutes! No, now! Not 5 minutes, now! When the second match is going on.
Kevin, I told him, go. We gotta start.
Right,
Let's go, baby. Go. Please don't fuck this up this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Moco! Pro wrestling has enabled me to visit places like this. It has brought me, literally, in front of God. We are in a cathedral in Italy. Behind me is the Shroud of Turin. My faith has been questioned 1,000,000 times by 1,000,000 people because of my obscure views. This is the only place in the world that has a monument or anything describing Lucifer as he was the beautiful angel. But I want to be super clear and very straight that I believe in Jesus Christ, the Son of God, more than I believe in my own life itself. In the Bible, we all know from church and photos and paintings that every angel has a halo. And this is the only angel with an upside-down star. And in the Bible, that's a sign for Lucifer. It doesn't matter what I say or do. My faith in God is unbreakable. The devil is God's best warrior. You got to do bad things to bad people. And I think that he sent the devil to do God's work.
We're at Corpus Christi. It's a Roman Catholic church. And this is the church that I brought the children to.
When I was 4, I remember the fear I had in me going to Mass on Sunday because the Mass was in Latin and I didn't understand a word. And I just remember the feeling of power going into that church because it was so old and the way it was painted and the language and the attitude of the people, the respect they had for the religion. That drove a fear into me, but it was so attractive because it was mysterious. I believe in God. I'm very faithful, I'm very religious. I believe in God to the extreme, but I'm 100% against the church.
He's very strong in his faith. We had several conversations, and that's okay, that's allowed, that has to happen because that's all a part of growing, It was probably when he was around 17 or 18 when he was having some difficulty. So we talk about some things that he believes in stronger than I do, or he wants to explore more than I would choose to explore.
If you really take the history of the Bible and this whole thing, if you're at all romantic or passionate with your imagination, there's room for speculation and there's room for you to fantasize about, well, what if? My deal is God can't do anything because he's God, and he won't do anything because he's God. But maybe there are so many evil people out there that God wants to kill them, but he can't. But the devil's like his warrior. The devil's his angel. His devil's his #1 soldier. His devil's not afraid to go out there and kill somebody. So that's my philosophy on the devil. I think he's God's warrior. So that's kind of where I've taken the character of Vampiro right now. He's the warrior. Dave, get fucking Teddy hard. He's got him on now. There's Teddy right there. There's Teddy. There's Teddy. You're the man. Get the fucking girl. She's a hottie. Okay, do not fuck up this match. Do not fuck up this match. Yes! Good shot, Dave. Good shot, baby. Let go! Oh my God. Don't want to hurt nobody, you know? Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Do you hear them fucking guys announcing? They're doing great. Cover him, you motherfucker. He's gonna small package him. Cover him, you stupid bastard. Cover him! Fucking cover him! Nada más venimos a grabar. También sabes que güey, estoy pensando, igual que tienes las estrellas aquí, poner cruces. Pero con un color.
¿Así o realmente parada? Güey?
Parada.
¿O así parada?
Sí. Yeah, I think I might go for it. Fuck, that's a step, that's a point of no return though, you know, tattoo in your face. How would people react to that? My mom paid for my first tattoo. My dad had this tattoo on his arm, not this big, he had it, you know, it was a little small one, the Phoenix. You know, when my father died, I went to the funeral home at night by myself. I didn't know how to react, you know, because I'm in the funeral home of my father who died the day before, and I was waiting for him to get up, and you know, I started to talk to him, and you know, whatever it is you do. But he had this tattoo on his arm, so I drew it, and I got it. So I don't know why I got it, but I did.
He never talked about his dad to me.
Right.
Well, you know, he talked about his mom. He had a crazy ass little sister, and but no, he never didn't speak much about his dad.
Independence Day, there's not a lot of people out there, but you hear them, they're rocking, dog.
Did we end up with tables or no?
Where's the fucking tables? I need them now. I told you I need them now. Now, motherfucker, it's for the next match. Get me the fucking tables. Here we go, here we go. Yes. Oh man, this is the best news all day. Hola, Dasha. ¿Cómo estás, bebé? My daughter, man. Dude.
Well, Dasha is Ukrainian and it means a gift from God, so that's what her name means.
We're at my daughter's school, her gymnastics school. She's been coming in for like 3 years now, since she was 2. This year she got selected for a national team of girls her age to compete. We're beyond proud when that happened. She went in her first tournament. She was 3 and she won a gold medal her first time out. So it was a big deal, a very big deal. So who's the Beauty and the Beast?
I wonder.
Living with someone that wrestles is not an easy thing. I got mad at him and he was working in Cancun.
I was in Cancun at a mega wrestling show, and I called Kitsu just to touch base, and she told me off on the phone.
I said, look, this is over and stuff, and I said, I don't want to know anything about you anymore.
She said, don't ever fucking talk to me again.
We hung up the phone. It was around, I don't know, it was in the evening.
I dressed, went to the airport, didn't even tell the promoter I was leaving. I left the show hanging.
The same day around midnight, someone knocked at the door and it was him.
I came back and I fucking begged.
And when I opened the door, he was like his face was like covered in blood.
Begged like you have no idea.
The clothes were like ripped.
Begged like Jesus begged for his life.
I saw him, I was like, son of, I was like.
I fucking begged for her to marry me.
And he proposed right there. I said, okay.
So it wasn't no mariachis and flowers.
Kitsu was the one. The only girl I ever saw him that Google-eyed about was Kitsu. In the 15 years I've known him, 15 going on 16 years, is Kitsu.
I think I was too young when I married him. I really loved him, but I didn't know what I was getting into. It didn't end it because he's a bad person or anything. It's just things that happen, you know? We have a good relationship. He's a great man, great dad. It's just, I don't know.
¿De qué hablas? ¿Así? Sí, otra, por favor. Come on, bitch. Awesome, get his face, keep it on his fucking yacht.
What if he...
I'm listening to everything.
What if he puts the chair in the middle of the ring, okay?
Yeah.
He barbed wire chair in the middle of the ring. He plants the guy onto the barbed wire chair. He puts the barbed wire bat on top of the guy. He goes up in the...
Fine.
Or, I don't know if that'll work. You're gonna do Spanish fly. I know, I got it, don't worry.
What? Tell me.
No, dude, we'll have them fight. The barbed wire bat and the barbed wire bat and the chair end up in the middle of the ring. They're on the ground, they're fighting. They go up to the top rope, he hits the Spanish fly with the guy onto the shit in the middle of the ring, pins him. It's fine. We don't have three tables,
Are you feeling it?
Yeah, it's fun. Because the thing is that he needs to hit the Spanish fly, which is what Tiger beat him with, so we can challenge Tiger to a rematch.
There is something in the world of professional wrestling. I don't know what it is, I can't put my finger on it. You can take pro football, NBA, NHL, and baseball. And I would say in the last 20 years, if you take into consideration all the premature deaths in all four of those combined, will not total all the premature deaths in wrestling within the past 5 years.
Yo creo que médicamente podemos decir hay que dejarlo y tal vez nunca iniciarlo, pero eso no depende del médico, eso va a depender mucho del deseo, de la motivación de cada persona.
That disc pressing against that bone is blocking the nerve, so that's why I have no blood flow or oxygen supply to the brain. And the right side of my body goes numb. I have no sensation in my arm, and I lose strength, or I get out of breath or something. So it's a serious problem. You know, with all the ligaments, muscles that are ripped and torn, you know, the knee operations, the broken ankles, the fingers, broken hands, ripped muscles in the back, rotator cuffs in the shoulder, cracked elbows, broken noses, eye sockets, teeth. Although we're going to fix it, it's time to get out, because I've had 27 concussions. Get a light, get Charlie, there you go, thank you. No!
Oh my God.
I love you. We got the people, listen to that. Get a shot in that fucking barbed wire. Oh! That's nasty.
Is it true Robbie met Kitsu?
Yeah.
And that night went to hell?
I told my wife, I said, okay, this is our first time in Canada. We just got married, you know? And I was like, I said, you're gonna meet a friend of mine. And I said, within 5 minutes, there'll be a fight. But don't worry about it. I said, something's gonna happen.
It probably was a time I was the most pissed off at him ever in my life. I probably haven't seen him maybe 4 or 5 years. Ian comes to town with his wife, you know, pretty beautiful woman, you know, young girl, and we go out.
Then we went to a dance club that night. It was just full of gangsters.
It was nothing but young kids drinking Coronas.
Hardcore gangsters.
Fuck gangsters. We know a fucking gangster if it bit him in the ass. But anyway, I noticed we're the only people on the dance floor. And I'm looking around, I was like, what the fuck's going on? And flash bulbs going off, people taking pictures and shit. The moment that happened, his chest came out a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Oh, it's cool. Hey, it's his show, you know, good for him, you know. I'm happy for him, man. He ended up calling me, and we started talking.
So then we went to the hotel and everything, and I called him, and I said, hey, man, you know, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. You know, I haven't seen you in a long time.
And then it happens. He throws something at me. He just throws out of the blue something, and he's, you know, hey, listen, man, I didn't appreciate this, or something. And I said, whoa, what are you talking about, man?
He was like, fuck you.
And that's where it ended.
And I know him, and he was drinking. And when he drinks, it's it.
I gotta tell you, you know, back then, drinking, me and Booze weren't, you know, really happy in that. But anyway, we got to drinking. I probably have to throw a few motherfuckers down the stairs, at the club, whatever, but it's going on, right? Okay. Now, all of a sudden, it's like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, boom, Ian pops in my head.
I hear a thud on my door.
So I'm knocking on the door in the hotel, and he's not answering the door. And I hear him, shh, shh. So I know what the fuck he's there. I know he's not sleeping. And I'm back. I said, yo, man, dude, open the door. I want to talk to you. He's not opening the fucking door. Like, what the fuck is that about? So now I'm really pissed. You know, I got my booze fucking going crazy in me, and I'm, you know, this cocksucker's, you know, punking me off. So I'm getting hot here.
How am I supposed to explain this to my wife, right? So I put on my pants because I knew it was coming, you know? She goes, what are you doing? I said, baby, just get dressed and get your stuff ready. We're leaving.
This is when it got a little too far. I turn around, and there's this janitor's little cupboard. I open the door, and there's a plunger. So I pick the fucking plunger up.
Boom, the fucking door flies open.
I lift up the plunger, I look at him, I go, you cocksucker.
And my wife started to scream, and everybody was coming out.
To this day, I don't remember even her being there, because I was so focused on him.
And he was like, tonight you're dead.
I broke the door open with a fucking plunger in my hand. If I wanted to kill him, I would have walked in with something else.
I'm like, yo, man, fucking stop.
I dropped the plunger, I leave.
We got dressed and we went to Mark's house.
I haven't talked to him maybe 4 to 5 years later, which was a real drag, you know.
And about 6 years later, I called him and I said, you know, Robbie, I just want to say it's all right, you know, I understand.
And the day he called me, told me it was all right, was the day that it wasn't all right. You know, friends was friends, and, you know, the neighborhood and where I'm from, you know, if you ain't nothing unless you got friends, and your friends got your back and you got your back's friend. Well, when me and Ian got friends, that's how I took him in as. But what I didn't understand that he wasn't that type of guy. It just wasn't his nature. And just one day he packed up and he was gone. And I haven't seen him for years. Then I get a phone call and he's in Los Angeles. So I fly out to Los Angeles and we hook up there. And when things are good and we're bodyguarding for Milli Vanilli and everything was super, and then when things slowed down, he did his thing again. He's gone. Where was I when he was in Mexico and he was all famous in that? I wasn't there. Don't know where he lived. Don't know what he was doing. Didn't even have his phone number. I couldn't even invite him to my wedding. So I guess that day when he came back, there was a lot of different things that happened that day. Hey, I'm human. I definitely, there was a lot of anger. I was angry. I was pissed off at him. Hey, maybe I was jealous. Maybe I was envious. I don't know. But I just know at that time, the worst came out of me. And I responded badly. That's probably my worst moment. And I'm sorry about that. Sorry, Ian. And fuck you. Are we finished here now?
vuelta y regreso, yo curva, pero cruzo, antebrazo.
Luego, suplex, boom, me tapas, 1, 2.
We're ready to go, though. I just want you to know, we're ready.
I cannot do this right now. I got to deal with my match. But I'm not ready to go. You told me he's in the ring. You said not to get him in there, so I told him to get out.
No, everything else is set right now. Now, finally, everything is set.
I need you to be back here because I got to put my match together, and I can't do this anymore. I need everybody to get the fuck out of here who's not supposed to be here. Fuck! Man, this is so important to me. This is so important. I need to have a buzz. I'm gonna fucking go off. We're here, this is Mexico City, the biggest city in the world, and this is the Bulldog Cafe. When I exploded, the Bulldog Cafe opened almost in the same day. You know, the president didn't allow rock concerts here in this country. Like, he really had it under his thumb. You know, and tattoos in Mexico were only for criminals. When I got here, and I was all tattooed out, I was the first guy. When I went on TV without my shirt and I was all, you know, sleeved out and tattoos and stuff like that, it was like, whoa. That's why the girls dug wrestling at the time. It was nothing to do with wrestling. It was because rock and roll had got here. When Vampiro exploded, you know, Beatlemania, you know, you see those vintage footage with hundreds of thousands of people going nuts. Man, motherfucker, it was just like that. I grew as a personality, as a celebrity because of my antics here in this club. There's just something about sleaze. There's just something about the mixture of it all, man. And this is it. This is it, dog. This is Sin City right here. You know, it's been a long time, and you know, my marriage really humbled me, and my divorce kind of put me in a shell. And you know, I try to be cool, and I have changed, and all my bad things are gone in my life. And you know, I'm trying to fucking drill it home in your head that I'm this normal guy now. But man, I come through these doors, and I straight up just don't give a fuck, man. something bad's gonna happen tonight. You know, when I was in Canada, people laughed at me. People looked at me. People treated me like garbage. When I came here, people idolized me. I got kids, and we're gonna get them on film right now, and I have to do it specifically because it means everything to me. To have a young man come up to me and hug me in a bar and tell me that, listen, he said this is his exact words, listen to me. You made my childhood worth it. I don't like to talk about it because it's embarrassing. But there's a lot of possibilities to have sex with every single girl in this bar. But I gotta say something, and I'm not sure how people are gonna take it, and I don't mean it to offend anybody, but with every ounce of my heart and soul and my being, I really don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about me as a person. My ex-wife, to me, is beyond everything to me. There can be a million girls every single day, and the only one who made me feel like a man, who made me feel alive, who took my soul out of my body and made it from black and white to color, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and definitely sexually, was my wife. And I know what it's just Kitsu, it's always been only you. I hope, you know, we talked, you know, and you always said, what will happen when this life ends and will we find each other? I miss you now, and I don't want to wait. Without my ex-wife, without Kitsu, without you in my life, without her, you know, not only does none of this mean anything, I'm just nobody, you know, without her. She's just, I miss you too much all the time. You know, I loved my dad, like anybody would. And I was 5, I was her age. And I came home from school, and there was garbage bags by the door. And my mom was crying. And she told me, your dad's not coming home anymore. My neighbor started trying to be a father figure. And he raped me when I was 7. And you know, I couldn't. You know, who are you gonna talk to, right? What are you gonna do? So I started to get weird then, you know? And then my dad came to see us one time. I asked my dad, you know, why won't you come home? And he said to me, because I don't love you anymore. Then, you know, when I was 12, I was really messed up because of all this shit. And I started getting real violent, you know, and I started having these fits of anger and breaking things and all that. Just not doing well. And I started to have seizures, and you know, it was just a mess. It was just a mess, and so I started to go see a priest. You know, my mom thought that would be the way to go. You know, Catholic, and being in a Catholic school and all that stuff, and I got abused by the priest. So what the fuck, you know? People ask me why I hate everybody. I'm not. Started young, so you know. After that, I started to use. I just started to become insecure and scared, and you know, the priest said you can't get married until you forgive your father. You know, my father. So here's the big one. So when I was like 16, I was finally gonna see my dad, and we we're gonna fix everything. He called me out of the blue, and I'm like, "Fuck, Dad, I'm gonna be in your town tomorrow. I have a hockey tournament there. Stay with me." And I was like, "Oh," I was out of my mind. My dad called me, and I was like, and then like an hour later, I got a phone call from his wife, and he was killed in a car accident. So, you know, I can't leave my family, and it hurts when people say I should do this, I should have done that, or why aren't you this, or why aren't you that? Because I put my family first, and I don't gotta forgive my dad. You know, fuck my dad. I never asked him to break my heart. Yeah, fuck my ex-wife, you know, I never asked her to break my heart either. It's not my fault. You know, she left me for someone else. I won't leave my daughter. And it destroys me when I've been through all of this, and it's just pro wrestling. But it's what I do, and I do it better than anybody. And they try to fuck with me, and people laugh at me. Why don't you quit? And why don't you just? And it's like, I'll die before I let my daughter suffer. So yeah, man, it fucked me up not to have a dad.
Did you ever picture Vampiro ever finishing, getting out of wrestling?
I don't know what he's gonna do. He's not a regular guy where he's gonna get a job in McDonald's. I mean, where the hell is he gonna go with all those tattoos?
All wrestlers are full of shit. They're fighting phony fights. They protect their gimmick until to the point to where they believe their gimmick, to where they think they are the wrestler. Some of the great wrestlers just can't separate themselves. I mean, Hulk Hogan still calls himself Hulk Hogan. He's 57 years old. I mean, come on.
When I go to the bank and they say, "What do you do for a living?" I'm proud to say I'm a wrestler. And I go to the grocery store and the lady says, "What do you do?" I'm proud. I hold my head up high. I stick my chest out. I wrestle for a living, you know. I'm proud of it, man. And I don't appreciate no one calling it fake.
I ended up flying up to Mexico and staying up there for a couple weeks, and we met up there, and I ended up being his manager. It was hard for me to grasp and experience because he's just like a normal person to me. He wasn't famous. He still isn't famous to me, but even though he is, he's Ian.
want to see you personally before I die. When I phone you after 15 years and you answer and you say, "Hi, Louis," and you told me, "Hey, you cocksucker, you don't speak English better than before," you gave me goosebumps. I need you right now like you need me a few years ago.
You know, he tried to put in my head that I could become a wrestler with him and we could go and we could wrestle. This nigga's crazy. What the fuck would anybody in their right mind want to do that shit? It's crazy, man. It's some sick shit. And he loves it. He's going off the ropes and wham, he's in fucking midair and smash. This is crazy shit. But hey, it's what he loved, man. You know, and I'm glad it worked out for him.
If we didn't hear from him, we knew something was wrong. And Ian would phone home and say, "Mom, I'm on TV tonight, don't watch it." Because, you know, he'd say, "Because I'm going to get hurt." How many times we went through that? Yeah, you're right, what kids do to their moms.
Right now that I see it from the outside, I see that wrestling it's his life and he enjoys it and he's proud of it. But I'm really thankful because of that I met him and we have that shine. And I live good because of that and he does too, and our daughter lives great.
It's a tough life, man. You gotta really make a commitment to this because you're gonna end up losing everything that's precious to you. You gotta let it all bounce off and you gotta have cold, cold feelings in your heart to win this war. Because you got no friends out here on the road. And unless you can do it 100%, be cold, be furious, cut throats, and have no conscience, unfortunately, you're not gonna make it. Because there are 1,000 guys waiting for you to fall. That's pro wrestling.
Spending my money almost every week, and end up on the table like